Hi, friends. Happy Halloween, or close to it anyway. And today I am doing a really interesting tag for me. I am going to do the Halloween this or that tag. I was tagged by Tia from Tia and All the Books, and the reason I say this is an interesting tag for me is I don't really like Halloween. I'm not really into all the scary stuff, and so a lot of these are going to be really hard choices for me because a lot of them I'm like, no, I don't like either one of them. so um, we'll see how this goes. So let's get right into it, shall we? The first choice is Dracula or Frankenstein. And I could take this from a literary point, except I haven't read either one of these books either. I actually plan on rectifying that, and I'm going to read, I think, Dracula um, for the Halloween soiree that Elaine from the channel Elaine Hallen is hosting on Halloween night. So I think that I am going to read Dracula. So for that reason and that reason only, I'm going to pick Dracula. Choice number two is Skellington or Sanderson. Now, this one is a little bit more up my Halloween street because neither one of them is horribly scary. Although I will say, when I was a little kid and scaredy cat to the nth degree, I did actually find Hocus Pocus a little scary. I know. But I mean, I was a little kid, so cut me a little bit of slack. So, but anyway, I have only seen The Nightmare Before Christmas one time. I actually dressed as Sally for Halloween one year with my ex-boyfriend. He played Jack Skellington. Um, but as he is my ex-boyfriend, and I have seen Hocus Pocus many, many times, I'm going to pick the Sandersons as my preferred movie choice. Choice number three, Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers. Again, very hard choice because I honestly don't know anything about either one of these characters except for both would probably scare the pants off of me if I even attempted to watch either of these movies or movie series. I don't even know because I never plan on watching them. But I guess if I would have to pick one that I'd rather watch, I don't know. like I can't even pick. I don't know. If I have to pick a scarier option, I guess I would pick Freddy Krueger. But I feel like both of them are pretty scary and people that I wouldn't want to see ever and movies that I don't want to see ever. So we'll pick Freddy Krueger just because, yeah, he seems like he would be the scarier of the two. I don't want to find out if that's true though. Question number four is vampires or werewolves. Now, I'm going to go back to my teenage years for this and go off of the wonderful book series Twilight. Now, while many of my friends were Team Edward, I was not. I was Team Jacob. So, for that reason and that reason alone, I'm going to go with werewolves. I mean, they're basically big dogs, right? I love dogs. Question number five, zombies or ghosts? Zombies are a hard no for me. No. Mm-mm. Never watched The Walking Dead. Never planned to. The people who talk about zombie apocalypse like it's gonna be a real thing, I don't get you people. It's not real. And ghosts. I mean, we have Casper. He's a friendly ghost. So I'm gonna go with ghosts. Question six, witches or fairies? And I know you know which one I'm gonna pick here. I'm gonna pick fairies. I mean, I know in real mythology they're scary and they're really not nice people. But when I think of fairies, I think of A Midsummer Night's Dream. And while they were, mischievous and did not real nice things, They weren't scary. They weren't out to kill you. They were just messing with you and making you fall in love with people you wouldn't normally fall in love with. So I think that's okay. I don't really need witches in my life. You can go away. Fairies all the way. Question 7. Superheroes or supervillains? I think I'll go with superheroes. I mean, the superheroes are saving the world. The supervillains are trying to destroy the world. So why would you like the villains more? Don't you like the world? Question 8. Pirates or princesses? Now this one, I will admit, was a little bit hard for me for good reasons. Because, I mean, when I think pirates, I think of Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. And I mean, come on. But in my girlish heart, I always wanted to be a Disney princess. So it's hard for me to say which I would rather be or read about or watch a movie about. But I'm gonna go princesses because you just can't go wrong with a good princess story. 9. Candy corn or caramels or caramels, as I probably would call it. Well, I am one of those people that actually doesn't mind candy corn. I'm not like somebody that's gonna snack on it, but I like it. And caramels or caramels, they're kind of sticky, but I do like the flavor better. So, I think I'm gonna go with caramels because you can eat those other times than Halloween, and I would probably gravitate towards them before I would gravitate towards a candy corn. But the candy corn are very festive. Question 10. Popcorn balls or candy apples? Well, while I would probably enjoy the taste of a candy apple more than a popcorn ball, because I'm not really a popcorn person, again with the stickiness factor, candy apples are really hard to eat. So I really don't eat either one of those very often. But I think for the taste factor, if I was given the choice and it was already cut up for me and it was easier to eat, I'd probably go for the candy apple. 11. Apple cider or pumpkin spice latte? I'll be honest with you, I do not really like pumpkin spice flavored things. I'm not a big fan of pumpkin everything at all times. I'm just, although aside from my new scarf, I do like the look of a pumpkin. Just don't really like the pumpkin flavor. But I also really enjoy coffee. So I think if I was given the option between the two, if both things were held out in front of me and somebody said, pick one and drink it, I would probably pick the pumpkin spice latte because it's coffee and your girl needs caffeine at all times. And coffee will help anything out in my mind. 12. Hay rides or haunted houses? I am going to 100% pick a hayride as long as it's not a haunted hayride because I have gone on a haunted hayride and been in a haunted house and hated both things immensely. But a nice leisurely hayride with comfy clothes and hot chocolate and a bonfire at the end instead of scary zombies and monsters and people with chainsaws, I find like that would be a perfect fall evening. But all that other crap, no, you can just leave that, you can leave that be. Your girl doesn't want that. And the last choice is costume party or spooky Netflix binge. I'll give you 3 guesses. The first 2 don't count. Costume party is the one I'm going to choose. I actually enjoy the dressing up part of Halloween. I always liked that part. I liked going trick-or-treating when I was a kid. I got to dress up for a few parties as an adult and in college, and I always liked that part of it. I mean, it's probably the theater geek in me. I like costumes. I just don't like the scary stuff. So, a scary movie binge, that sounds like my worst nightmare. I don't I don't do scary movies. I think the last super scary movie that I willingly watched was The Others. And I mean, and that wasn't like horrible. But yeah, but how long ago was that? I mean, I was in college when I watched it, and I think it was already a few years old whenever I saw it. So, yeah, it's just scary is not really my thing, as you can tell. I mean, good gracious, I thought Hocus Pocus was scary as a child. So, my threshold for scary is not very high. So those are my answers for the Halloween this or that tag. I feel like I failed this miserably. And as I was watching Tia's video, I was like, she's going to tag me, isn't she? She's going to tag me for the holiday I hate the most. and and she did. But this was fun. I enjoy making fun of myself at times and how much of a scaredy cat I am. But I will say, look at this bottle of wine. I do like that. That is fun. And I like when things are themed. So I don't mind the Halloween theminess. I just don't want to actually be scared. I hope you enjoyed this funny little tag. Um, because it's almost Halloween at this point, I'm not going to tag anybody. If you guys want to do this, feel free. I mean, it's really simple and fast to record. And the hardest part is going to be putting in the little pictures at the end. So, yeah, you're tagged if you're watching this and you want to try to get it in before Thanksgiving. Did I just say that? You can definitely get it in before Thanksgiving. But if you'd like to do it before Halloween, you have a couple of days. So go for it. I'd like to know your answers. All right, I'll talk to you later, friends. Bye.